Welcome to the Verified Unknown. We don't give you the answers, we give you the evidence and let you decide for yourself. Today we are diving into one of the internet's most fascinating historical conspiracy theories, the lost empire of Tartaria. Was a globe-spanning, technologically advanced civilization wiped from history just a few hundred years ago? Or is this a case of misunderstood maps and misread architecture? Let's look at the claims. The theory goes like this. Until the 18th and 19th centuries, a massive empire called Tartaria existed. Its people were said to be giants, possessing free energy and incredible architectural knowledge. Their structures weren't built by us, they were inherited by us. So what happened to them? Proponents point to a cataclysmic mud flood, or a series of them, which buried their cities and wiped them out. The survivors, we're told, were scattered and stripped of their history. The established powers, emerging empires like Russia, Britain, and America, systematically erased Tartaria from the records. They claimed the grand, star-fortressed ornate cities as their own and repopulated them, inventing a new history for a world that was not truly theirs. The World's Fairs of the 1800s are often cited as elaborate cover stories, showcasing new technology and architecture that was actually salvaged from the Tartarians. Before we get to the other side of this story, if you're finding this journey into the unknown fascinating, do us a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us continue to bring you evidence on topics just like this one. Now back to the mystery. Now let's examine the evidence that contradicts the Tartaria theory. Mainstream historians and archaeologists say the idea of a lost global civilization is a modern internet myth, born from misunderstanding historical terms. First, the maps. Tartaria was a real cartographical term used in Europe from the Middle Ages to the 19th century. It wasn't the name of a unified empire, but a broad geographical label for the vast, poorly mapped interior of Eurasia, home to the Turkic and Mongol peoples collectively known to Europeans as Tatars. Second, the architecture. The grand buildings pointed to as Tartarian are perfectly in line with 19th century architectural movements like Beaux-Arts and Neoclassicism. They were symbols of national pride and wealth, built with the era's emerging industrial technology. The mud flood is explained by simple soil accumulation, poor drainage, and the common practice of building additions or raising street levels over time. Finally, the reset theory. Historians argue that erasing a global civilization within the last 200 years, a time of widespread literacy, global trade, and detailed record-keeping, is virtually impossible. The timeline simply doesn't add up. So, where does the truth lie? Is Tartaria a buried chapter of human history, evidence of a cataclysm we've all forgotten? Or is it a compelling modern folklore, a pattern we see in the gaps of our historical knowledge? Now, we want to hear from you. The evidence is on the table. Weigh in down in the comments. Let us know. Do you believe Tartaria was a real lost civilization? Or is it a fascinating historical misunderstanding? Thank you for watching The Verified Unknown. Remember, the search for truth is a journey, not a destination. Stay curious.